Like I see a girl ask a question um, that somebody, should be able to answer. I won't name names. And then that person, because they can't answer, they attack their lives, and suicides have happened because of that specific person. And they just attack and attack and attack because they think it's a good distraction from their own bullshit.
Well, yeah, because they don't recognize it. Like, hey, you're fucking with another real person's emotions. You like
Mm-hmm.
we were both around for the August Ames situation. Like, yes, August said something that she probably shouldn't have said on a public forum. That doesn't mean she should have been bullied to death over it.
Yeah. I mean, people see, oh, someone did something wrong. I have every right to make them feel like about it. And it's like, I mean, maybe it'll blow over in the sense that, people won't keep bugging you online. Maybe it won't. But it never blows over, like, as you're thinking until time passes. And, it's just, I don't know, it's destructive. It's so, so painful to watch because it hurts. It really hurts me to see something like that because nobody, I don't care who you are, you don't deserve to be attacked and everything you say ridiculed, everything you do, every time you try to make it right, people come down on you. It's just every account that does that is not a real person either.
No, they're not a real person. And on top of it, the people who do that have nothing better going on in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're so attached to this shit. That's why they're so involved. Because
Yeah.
happy, productive people ain't got time for that. Do you have time to go try to make some stranger's life miserable?
No.
Right.
No.
Because you're a happy, productive person.
Yeah, and I had somebody recently who came after me because I was working with them for this accountability website that I was creating. And they were acting like they were my number two, and I didn't want them as my number two because but I appreciated her help because she would tell me things in the industry, and I'd write them down and keep them, on lock and key until I didn't answer her for 2 days, and then she said, "You flip sides, you're this, you're that," and I'm like, "Girl, please calm down, blah, blah, blah." I tried to settle the situation, and then um and then she just kept harassing me, so I blocked her. And then, months later, she hits me up and she's like, "Look, you can be my assistant, blah, blah, blah. I found out this and that." And I'm like, "I'm really happy for you. I hope it all goes well." But because she had asked me to, be her friend or something. And I was like, "But I can't be your friend because of what you did." And then all of a sudden, she finds a video of me on TikTok, and I barely use TikTok. I threw a bunch of videos up there of a friend of mine who, oh, not a friend anymore, but me and a girl and a really, really good friend of mine who passed away. We were all waiting for our Uber to Disneyland, and I'd never been to Disneyland. So she was telling us a story about how she got kicked out. So I recorded her telling the story. She knows I was recording. And she's like, "Yeah, we got kicked out cuz got too drunk, and so and so showed her boobs, blah blah blah." And then this girl watches the video, assumes that I'm the one who flashed my titties, and then
Monster, you.
called me a pedophile. Called me a pedophile. Yeah. Yeah, and I
Like,
was
that's not how that works at all.
no, and like there's like so much I know about her that is way worse than that, and it took every ounce of every ounce in me not to call it out because I want to be a better person than that. But like,
Well, but also on top of that, like, that's just a dumb insult. Like, first and foremost, you're pulling your tits out. Like, if it wasn't you, even if it was you, if you're pulling your tits out, that's on other people that are sexualizing your chest. Like, it's a whole other thing. Like you're doing something. Like, if you're just flashing your fucking tits, they're tits.
yo, and honestly, I'm gonna be straight with you. There's this ride that goes around in a cave, and there's like a blank spot. And the girl who told me about the story, she knew about the blank spot where there's no cameras, blah blah blah. So I flashed, put it down, and like no one saw, no security, no anything.
Was
And
it Splash
like,
Mountain?
what's that?
It's Splash Mountain, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's where you go through the cave with the animatronics and like they're singing and shit. Yeah, that's Splash Mountain. Yeah.
Yes. And yeah, so like I had even mentioned that I was like, I did flash at Disneyland, but there were no kids around, no cameras, nobody else on the ride. And like what you're talking about is something completely different. And she's like, "Oh, so that's pedophilia." And I was like, "Did you not listen to what I
Well, also, pedophilia is like being sexually attracted and like sexually assaulting children.
Yes,
Like-
yes.
Like,
Like even if like I were to flash and a kid happened to see it, that doesn't make me a pedophile. That did not happen. But like pedophilia is like putting your hands on a child in a
Right.
sexual way.
right, this person,
That's disgusting.
either this person is mad ignorant
Mad ignorant
or
conspiracy theorist.
they're just saying something that they know is going to push a button in you.
All conspiracy theorists push a button and just ignorant.
Yeah.
But honestly, she was hurt that I didn't want to be her friend.
Right, so she's just saying shit that's going to get a reaction because
Yeah.
no one's going to just be like, laugh off being called a pedophile.
Yeah. So like, like anyone who tries me on Twitter ends up losing because I don't do anything wrong. I learned that at a young age that and I learned it because honestly on a shallow level. I learned it because if you do something wrong, then you can get in trouble. So I just started like doing right. And then eventually it became like a genuine thing. Like I just want to do right. So like anytime anyone wants to attack me on Twitter, they always end up the one in the shit. Like even someone very close to me tried to do that to me and they ended up in the shit because I pride my life on character and being a good human being, like being there for people, like trying my best to like make a difference, like however I can. Like I just like I actually give a fuck.